to That Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to That Wrestling Podcast. This is a jam-packed edition. It's Brian, Jason, Joe, and Kevin, and we already have a surprise TWP entrant into the Royal Rumble preview predictions. My buddy Matt Young's here. Matt, welcome. Guys, welcome. How we feeling?
Thanks for having me, guys. Feel excellent. Stoked to talk a little Rumble.
Oh my God. It's almost here. So there's 5 of us here, 2 going to the Rumble, 3 going on the Jericho cruise. So this is wrestling nerd weekend dreamland. So, we're excited. We've got lots to talk about. Guys, we're going to have our first preview and predictions for 2025 with a little addition twist that we're going to do. But first, let's talk a little bit about some of the fun stuff that's happened this week in pro wrestling. Saturday night's main event. This was the second Saturday night's main event since they brought it back. Matt was sitting right over here on my couch watching it with me, along with my buddy Jay.
Not me.
And other Jay. Not
just
not
refer
our,
to him as Jason or refer to me
Podfather.
You guys are the only ones that I let call me Jay. I hate that name more than anything, but
I don't think I've ever called you that.
You haven't.
Right.
But Brian and
I
Kev
do,
have.
yeah.
Matt, what are you going to call him?
Whatever he wants to be called.
Jay.
He likes to be called Sir.
King
I've been called
of the
worse.
Ring is how I would like to be addressed.
Well, while we work on that, what did you guys think of the show? And I think the most notable thing, because guys, we even talked about doing a podcast right after. We're like, if there's something big that happens, we should do something that might be fun. And nothing really big happened. There was some good stuff, a lot of good stuff, but there wasn't a title change, I guess, is what I'm getting down to. Right. Jay, what your thoughts, your reaction to the show, and is that something that's, I guess, notable moving forward that you kind of want to get a little something more out of a show like that?
There is a guy I work with. He's 21 years old, loves wrestling. And he's like, I don't have to watch Saturday night's main event because there's never going to be a title change. And if there were to be a title change, Saturday night was the night. And I really thought Jay had it. He had that run at the end, but they were short on time. So Gunther got the Brock Lesnar win where he gets his ass kicked for 10 minutes, 2 power bombs, match is over. Because they were 2 minutes away from going off the air when Jay had his flurry. So, look, they should have pulled the trigger, and I'm going out on a limb. Collision Saturday night was better than Saturday night's main event.
You're not going out on that far of a limb on that one, Jason. Saturday night's main event, it's pretty much it's not must see. It was a good show. It was entertaining. I enjoyed it. But then I watched Collision. And a lot of people were like basically complaining, what? Tony Khan's so stupid. Why would he do this reveal on Collision? Why would the hounds come out on Collision? Because he's making counter programming of not must see Saturday night's main event to make it must see Collision. So every time there's a Saturday night main event, Collision's going to be the show to watch. And then that will make the WWE make Saturday night's main event must see. And it's better for us.
Kev, thoughts on
there are no more.
What do you think, man? Yeah.
There are no more Saturday night main events, right?
Since there are 2 more.
I thought Saturday Night Live is back. Like,
no,
this isn't 1986.
It's
Kevin.
not just because Saturday Night Live is on hiatus. They're going to do it probably every quarter.
I think it's a quarterly.
I thought it was for a major hiatus.
There's 4 per year.
I think I personally thought Saturday Night Main Event was just fine. It matched the build-up. I thought the build-up was lower than the first one, so the event was lower than the first one. The build-up for the first one I thought was fantastic. So my excitement level was there. I wasn't disappointed because I wasn't just as excited. I thought the matches were pretty decent. I really enjoyed Gunther versus Jey Uso. I really enjoyed Jacob Fatu versus Braun, mostly because I was at a 5-year-old's birthday party starting at 3 p.m. watching golf. I was with like 80-year-olds. Oh, what are we going to turn on? And I'm like, oh, it is 8 o'clock, isn't it? So I was like, hey, turn on NBC. Let's watch some wrestling. Watched it with kids who've never watched wrestling before. And I mean some crazy
Oh
ass
my
kids.
gosh. Well, yeah, 5 years
they're
old about when you
5.
kind of can get started. Yeah.
And it was fun because they were like, whoa, like they've never seen this stuff before. So maybe that's why I enjoyed it more than all y'all. But I thought it was fun compared to the first one. I think they blew their load a lot more on the first one.
But nothing
Oh.
happened in the first one either.
But I think it was just the
No, we
excitement.
got Chelsea Green won the
Oh yeah,
US
Chelsea
title.
Green, yeah.
Yeah.
But that
Liv-
had to have a title
Yeah.
change because it was the first title.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Matt,
enjoyed it.
I enjoyed having you over, Matt. And I think we had a good time watching it together with other guy, Jason. If he's listening, he's probably laughing at that. But yeah, after the fact, did you kind of think about that too? Of like, oh man, we still didn't get a title change or anything like that come across your mind?
I felt like that was maybe a good time if you were gonna pull the trigger on the title, but it felt like getting the title off of Gunther to Jay was like we're on NBC, so let's end with a real cool crowd shot move, which like would have been cool, but then like, are you going into WrestleMania with Jey Uso as your champion? Probably not. So like, does that make sense? But I don't know. I thought the show overall was pretty solid. The Jacob Fatu coming out party on a national stage and murdering Braun Strowman was like, I was like, damn, okay, we're like pedal to the metal. Jacob Fatu is legit.
Yeah.
He's that dude. Like that for me was enough. I was like, I'm good. Like Jacob Fatu looks like a killing machine. I'm in. Let's go.
Hey, Matt,
Let me ask.
have you ever watched Jacob Fatu versus Fan?
I've seen that video, I believe, on your Twitter.
I was at that show.
Oh, you were
He was
actually
the
at
fan.
that show.
Yeah,
I was there.
The problem is, Jacob Fatu was part of a faction called War Machine. Every match was never in the ring. It was always like all over this venue that hold almost 2,000 people. That Fan, I loved it. My favorite part, though, is when he threw the chair at him after he laid him out.
There was
was
definitely a point during Jacob Fatu's entrance when people were reaching out and touching him where I thought we might have Jacob Fatu versus Fan round 2.
Yeah.
So
He
I'm
was
glad that we
brushing
did
him
not
off.
on NBC.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, that was great. That was definitely the highlight. But I mean, Sheamus and Braun were fantastic.
Yeah.
Rhea and Nia was really good.
Yeah.
Love that opening match. And yeah, and Jay, and Gunther, you kind of thought, well, we might be getting a switch here. But yeah, it didn't come to be a little something different. I hope it doesn't become. Remember when AEW started their Battle of the Belts series?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that was something like, I don't even know if Rampage was out yet, but it was early on in AEW where it's like, oh, we're going to have these 1 or 2 hour specials where it's all title matches. And I think for the first couple, there was no title changes. So it was like, okay, why am I tuning into this? So I hope Saturday night's main event doesn't come to it like that. But yeah, something to certainly consider as whatever the next special is. But yeah, Kev, there's going to be more. One of them is going to be head to head with All In, I think, or All In or All Out in July. I don't know if you guys caught that.
All right, we'll see if WWE
Yeah.
answers the call since it is going against a pay-per-view. Like, we can call it pay-per-views for
Yeah.
AEW, right? Or those premium live events too. I'm not sure how that one works, but I hope that they do something, but I don't know if they will because it'll be like off the heels of Money in the Bank, and it's like the midway point between Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. So the only thing they could do to make
Mhm.
that one interesting is the teasing of a cash in.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
which
Well, we
Brian
got
will
a
fall
long
for
ways to
every
go.
single time. Brian will fall for every single time. If they're gonna pull the trigger, it's gonna be at Saturday night's main event.
It's gotta happen. I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Can I change
for
my prediction? One of my predictions for the year of Brian predicting a cash in on that Saturday night's main event.
No.
I think our picks are in, bro. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
you just can't.
They're locked and
You
sealed.
absolutely cannot.
I just did.
Well,
Nobody cares.
honorary. All right, but like you said, Jay, Collision had something pretty notable with Toni Storm. And
So well done. You know, when she lost her title, she went away and then she came back with amnesia. She didn't know anything about Timeless Toni Storm or losing or AEW or anything. And it was so well done. And I really wasn't sure how it was going to end up. And how it ended up was awesome. The reveal, it was all an act. She was playing herself. The hardest role to play is yourself. And the worst part of it for me, I saw it on Twitter because I was watching Saturday night's main event. And I couldn't flip back and forth because my wife was actually watching, and I catch hell for flipping channels and stuff like that. So I knew it happened. And then when I saw it, I lost my mind because it was such a great reveal. Absolutely well done. It was all an act leading into Grand Slam Australia, where Toni Storm and Mariah May will do it again for the title.
I actually think that was AEW's best reveal.
Yeah.
That was their best. I think like in their 5, almost 6-year history, I think that was their best reveal.
A close second, if we'll say Toni Storm second. The only thing that I think could be close was Sting. Because nobody knew that was happening.
For Winter's Coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like nobody knew.
I'm talking storyline wise, not like
Sting coming to AEW isn't storyline, Joe?
I guess it is, but I also consider that a debut too. I mean, he was a young up and comer under Tony Khan's young Fed, but no, okay, fine. I would say it's 1A, 1B because it's like I don't remember any other like storyline reveal that was that good.
Right. But Sting showing up was unexpected. Nobody knew, and it was the winner is coming. We thought it was a Game of Thrones tie-in, and ended up being Snow and Sting, and it was cool. That, like I said,
snowing in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
You guys like that better than the thrown together last minute MJF Adam Cole Devil storyline? That was a disaster. That was a pretty good one too. I don't know.
The sad thing is that's probably top 5.
Yeah,
it's so bad.
This isn't an AEW bashing.
No, it's just they just haven't had long-term storylines that worked out that well. This is one that's going to last for years.
And it wasn't even that much long-term. How long was she?
It was 4 months, 5 months.
She's been non-timeless for 5 months.
Well, she was gone.
Well,
for
she
3
was
months.
gone.
Oh, good call. Good call.
End of August.
And she was playing the 2022 version of her so well.
Yeah.
That you suspended, you like took away like all the disbelief and went, okay, I'm gonna go along with it.
Yeah, it was cool.
I kind of wish it was a little bit longer. But
Matt, what did you think of the reveal of Toni Storm?
I was curious how they were gonna do it. I thought maybe the route to go was like, like little bouts of amnesia, like, oh, maybe I remember this, and like build to it. But the way they did it was so much better than the way I had it in my head. Just like the getting up and the spreading of the blood on herself, and I swear she got like more Australian or British somehow, and I was like, all right, I'm in. This rocks.
I love that line that I birthed you, and now I'm gonna stick you back up inside me and
that was good.
Spit you out. And then I'm going to kick your ass and rip your tits off. I mean, come on. Yeah. She's on the Jericho cruise this weekend. She's just doing photos for now, but God, I hope she does a signing because I'm going to have her sign. I'm going to rip your tits off, because that would be awesome on this figure that came out that's all black and white. So.
Kudos to Jericho Cruise because I think immediately, like the next day, they had the redo of her photo because it was like non-timeless, and then it went black and white like the very, very next day.
The image was they changed it back.
It was updated. Great. Yeah, it was very cool.
You guys think does this give him like can they transition now from the black and white, which I always thought was like a cool idea but like tough to execute in practice? Like it worked, but it was like sometimes it was weird and choppy, like her being in black and white. So I feel like maybe they can get away from that
And
at
go
least
into
like in the
Technicolor.
Ooh, maybe. So
Well,
that'll be interesting.
Didn't
yeah,
we
I
talk
mean,
about that?
we did talk about it, and we also talked about how this character is literally timeless. Like she could show up in like 60s apparel,
Right.
and
Yeah, it
then
could be Tony's Eras tour.
70s, and then 80s. Oh man, it's the possibilities are endless. Also on Collision, something I talked about last week.
The
Buddy Matthews,
Hounds.
Brody King, Julia Hart, the Hounds of Hell. Did you guys see the reveal? Like the debut and the entrance and everything.
Oh yeah.
I
It was
I
awesome.
saw them come out. I saw Brody bark at the camera, and then Buddy barked at the camera, and that kind of lost me a little because I was like, that fits Brody, but Buddy, even though Buddy's jacked, if him doing he's like the more of the puppy dog compared to Brody. He's like a bow wow. And
Exactly.
So I was like, oh, okay.
Kev, thoughts?
I liked it. The only thing I don't like right now is the name.
Really?
Just because it reminds me of Hounds of Justice, and that's the
Old
only
Shield.
thing when I originally just think of Hounds of something. Full disclosure, I didn't watch Collision live. I watched highlights the very next day. Mostly because I
We know
was
you were at a birthday
We're at a
party.
3-year-old
Exactly, I was
birthday
at- I was
party.
at a party.
Wrestling.
so I'm the
We know.
the
Yes.
solo I'm the solo man out here who didn't watch it live. The presentation I thought
No,
was
we all didn't watch it live. What are you talking
We just
about?
talked about that.
I walked out. For
We
extra.
thought we were all watching Saturday night's main event. It's all good.
Oh,
Brody looks like a monster with everything. The only thing they slightly just change up Julia's look. I think that's all.
well, yeah, because she still
Fit
came
in.
out in like the goth princess
Yeah.
look. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Obviously, that potentially could mean Malachi Black, aka Aleister Black, aka Tommy End, is heading back to WWE. So only time will tell. Probably this weekend. Do we think Aleister Black return for the Rumble?
No, I
Hopefully.
don't think so.
No.
No, I think
I
they're
think it's
gonna, have this-
possible.
I think they're gonna draw it out probably after Elimination Chamber.
Whoa, that's a long ways away, Joe. I don't think.
But didn't they say something along the lines that he's not going to be available till after February with the non-compete or whatever?
Oh, I didn't. I haven't read that. So
Yeah, I don't know, but it's not going to be the Rumble. If it is, then that would be shocking. But I don't think it's going to be the Rumble.
all right.
But it is
Jay
interesting that
did-
Zelina Vega moved to SmackDown, but not the LWO.
Right. She got taken out.
Right.
What's up, Brian?
Jay, did Julia bark?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think she did. So I'm like, listen, you want to be the Hounds of Hell? Either we're all barking, or none of us are barking. We got to go all in. So I saw Buddy bark, and I didn't love it. And I didn't see Julia bark at all. And if you're going to be
Well,
the Hounds of Hell, we all.
Well, the
gotta be
week
barking.
prior, the vignette had them walking with a dog in fire, and I'm like, yes, we need. I was bummed because I thought they were going to come out with a real dog, like Matilda.
Oh,
Yeah, it's been done. We can do it.
Yeah.
We could do it. Bring it back.
get well soon, Matilda.
Did you send your card in, Joe?
No, but I wanted to.
Matt, do you get that reference?
That's classic.
I know Matilda from the British Bulldogs, but I didn't know why Joe was writing her a card.
Because she got hurt and they had a big campaign, right, Matilda? Get well soon
Yeah.
cards.
Oh, I don't remember that. That
I
might have
think
been
Bobby
well before
Heenan
my
stole
time.
her. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, the brain.
You're a touch younger than that.
Was she actually hurt, or did
Oh,
like
well,
someone
yeah.
just
No,
give
it was
her
all.
back?
It was all. It was all. She was having a contract dispute, so it was all kayfabe.
And then Mr. Fuji fed her to Davey Boy Smith,
That allegedly.
allegedly. That's actually a urban myth, Matt. That Mr. Fuji
That I've heard.
chopped up someone's dog and fed it to the owner. Maybe it was
Wow.
the Boxman or Hacksaw, or I don't know.
Oh, that's a rabbit hole there.
And
Yeah.
now I'm feeling sorry for Pepper and Al Snow.
That did happen.
Yeah,
I saw that with my own eyes.
Well, who
Poor
ate
Al
Frankie?
Snow. Oh, Frankie
Frankie's
burned in a
stuffed.
fire.
I know,
Poor
but it's
Frankie.
crispy Frankie.
Kentucky
Oh,
Fried.
Kentucky Fried Frankie.
That's just outrageous.
That's our next shirt right there. Kentucky Fried Frankie.
I will not have that. No way. No way.
Oh, we know that because you ain't gonna buy one. Because you know.
No.
Let's look at the
I
shirt
got-
you're wearing now that you bought for $3 outside of 4.
Hey, that
Yeah.
thing was 10. Or maybe it was 2 for 15, to be honest.
Kevin said he
so-
wouldn't wear it, so I had to for him.
So if you're watching or listening, that is Brian's audio that's kind of in the tank. So if you hear us talking,
Yeah.
that's the kind of
Thanks,
math
Internet.
to help him out to get his internet up and running. It's been quite the saga, and we can get into that another time. But anything else from Collision or Saturday night's main
I don't think
event?
so.
Oh.
And I mean,
Hey.
I think the only thing from Raw was that Cody Punk situation at the end.
Real quick, back to Saturday night's main event.
Oh,
The HBK sweet chin music. I mean, he still got it. He fucking kicked Kevin Owens' head off. I mean, it just looks so damn good.
so are we getting Kevin Owens versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania? Just a quick yes or no, Joe.
No.
Kevin.
I will take it, yes.
No, yes or no.
I already said yes.
No.
Matt, what do you think?
I'm in for it, but no.
Wow. Okay.
No.
All right.
What about
I'm not-
you?
I don't want to see it either. No.
No. So it's just Kevin.
Hair
Just
versus
Kevin.
hair match.
Poor HBK. He wears that cowboy hat for a
Shave the
reason.
skullet.
But he already was bald in his last return match, and we don't want to talk about that. It never
Mhm.
happened.
Yeah, we don't talk that match never happened.
No. Hey, how about mentioning though? Shout out to JD McDonough.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh.
With that fucking big ass head of his that almost went through the announce table. In a
You guys
match
saw-
that
You guys
That
saw
could
he
be-
broke ribs?
he broke ribs
And
Punctured
collapsed
lung.
lung.
Or
Yeah.
collapsed lung.
Punctured lung. Yeah.
in a match that, Brian, that's a Twippy match of the year candidate right there.
Mm.
That match was so good.
Yeah.
That was. Yeah, but JD,
Yeah,
what a tough
that's the
SOB.
thing, I-
Well, he's
Matt,
no,
Yeah,
lo-
that's
he's
what I was
no
gonna say
longer
because
the
I
forgotten.
wasn't watching, but
It was nasty.
yeah. It's just the fact that he got to keep going and finish the match and do everything they did after that happened. I mean, whole new level of respect for that dude.
He'll get the star treatment when he comes back.
I think so too. I think he'll get like a little bit elevated, some love. That would be well deserved. That dude's been taking some serious bumps, like the fucking Singh Bros used to bump for Jinder Mahal. Like that dude's been
Oh,
getting
yeah.
thrown around.
Yeah, he's been the Judgment Day's fall guy. He's the one who had to take all of the kicks and the spears and the everything. So I think now he's gonna he's not gonna be the fall guy anymore when he comes back.
Hello, Carlito.
No.
Hello,
Tying that,
Carlito. Yes.
tying that together a little bit. You guys get any early Judgment Day vibes off of the Hounds of Hell? No leaders. We lost these people. Everyone's in dark clothing.
Not
I was
yet.
Yeah.
first like, I'm getting a little early Judgment Day vibe.
Well, everybody thought,
Well,
the
early.
House of Black is just a Judgment Day ripoff, which I never saw that. I saw completely different. And with this, I think this is going to be more of, Brody King is he's a lead singer of a hardcore band. I think it's called God Hates. And I'm getting more of that vibe than like gothy Judgment Day. I think it's
Yeah.
more heavy metal, hard, like more of that than a Hot Topic band. So
Shout out to Hot Topic. All right. Well, this is a big weekend for all of us, like I said. Matt, Joe, both not together, both attending the Royal Rumble. And
Yep.
myself, Jason, Kevin on the Jericho cruise. Matt, Joe, let's start with you guys. Like, give me one or two things you really hope to get out of this weekend, something that would really put a smile on your face when we're talking about this after the fact.
I'll let our guest go first.
Okay. I mean, I would, and I think that from what I've read, the people on the Jericho cruise maybe have a better chance of seeing him than we do at the Rumble. But I think a Joe Hendry pop would definitely be biblical. But I don't think we're going to get it. So, realistically, I mean, I like always loved Cardona. I'd pop for a Cardona, surprise. So I'd be really in for that.
And he is in town.
That's what I saw.
So-
He's at WrestleCon.
So Matt, not to cut you off, but Joe Hendry is at WrestleCon. He is scheduled to show up on the cruise Sunday in the Dominican Republic.
Oh, so that I didn't know.
So it
So
could
say his
Crazy.
name, and
Say
he
his
might
name.
appear.
years ago.
That's what I'm
A few
trying to do.
A few years ago, there was a situation where they did Dynamite from the boat, but they did it on like day, I don't know, 2. We'll say day 2 for the sake of this story. Shivani, Excalibur, and Jim Ross all flew in, did Dynamite, which was pre-recorded a day or 2 in advance of it airing on TV. Rey Mysterio has left the cruise. He was booked, I think, on the first one, and then he re-signed with WWE, but he met his obligations, and then they flew him, wherever. So I really think we're going to get Joe Hendry at the Rumble, at WrestleCon, and on the cruise.
Wow. That's a packed weekend for Mr. Henry.
I mean, he's
Joe, how
going
about
to
you, buddy? What's
London and Paris and
Yeah,
Mexico.
the thing is, TNA champ.
Yeah. Joe,
Um,
what are you looking forward to at this weekend?
Well, obviously, I'm just looking forward to the whole event. Out of all the premium live events you go to live, Royal Rumble is the best one. So we've done Rumble before. This one I'm really looking forward to. I'm close up, so that makes me happy. And that, like, nothing's gonna get me down. Even if the only thing that would get me down is if Charlotte won the women's one. That will just like, but it won't ruin my weekend because nothing will ruin this weekend. That will just make me upset. And then I'll move past it because I'll realize that I'm in the event. But it's the only thing that I don't want to happen.
Wait, you're going to
A
be in the event?
You're in the
Yeah,
Rumble?
You're in the Rumble?
I'm
Men or
number
women's?
I'm number
news,
6.
Breaking
Yes,
news.
I'm number 6.
Are you going to
And
wear
men's or
your
women's?
Charlotte shirt? Oh, yeah, okay. You just answered the question.
What?
You're wearing your Charlotte shirt to the event.
No, absolutely not.
Joe,
The only reason we're going is because my wife wants to see John Cena live because she never did. So she's like, I gotta go to a spot where I guaranteed he'll be there.
So social media wants to know how you're going to fuck up the sign this time, Joe.
I'm not doing one. I'm not doing one. I'm just gonna enjoy the show. I'm not.
Are you going to wear your podcast shirt at least?
Not at the show, but in town, yes.
Are you putting black Sharpie on a black poster board?
Number 2.
Breaking news. Kevin does not listen to the show. I just said I'm not making a sign.
You
Don't
should
make
make
a
a sign.
No, I'm not gonna
Promote
make a
the
sign.
podcast.
And did you say your wife is trying to see John Cena?
Yeah, I told her she can't see him, but it's the only chance she's gonna get a chance to.
That
But
could
the
be
problem is
problematic.
she's-
yeah.
And
The-
she's like
the only-
4 foot tall, so
I'm
she's
like,
not going to
yeah,
see
he's
anything.
really fucked.
The only problem is she's really short, so it's like where we're sitting, it's like it's nice, but she may not be able to see. When we had third row, she was having trouble. So she may be on my shoulder. She may see.
So, Matt, are you doing like
That's
WrestleCon
funny.
or any of those extras, like the Superstore, anything like that while you're in Indy?
I'll probably try to hit the Superstore on Saturday. Plan is to get into Indy like Friday evening, hit
Okay.
St. Elmo's for dinner at 9 with
Some of that
my
shrimp
friends.
cocktail.
Yeah, with my buddies I'm going with. So made some dinner plans, and then we got tickets to this bar. The Hangar is having like a pre-show food, some drinks. I'm just imagining a bar filled with nerds, and I'm just like so in for it. I couldn't be more excited.
And Matt, now
Awesome.
social media wants to know about you. What shirt are you wearing to the Rumble?
Oh, man, I've got a few in the running. I
Okay.
just got a new Shawn Michael shirt I'm considering.
Okay.
Ideally, it's not here yet, but I ordered a Chelsea Green US Champ shirt, and I
Okay, that's cool.
feel like it's going to be here like a month after the event. It was one of those, we're advertising this, but we don't know when you're going to get it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
hopefully that shows up. But yeah, we got some good options. Probably not my MJF shirt, so we'll.
No, don't be that
Don't
guy.
be that
Don't
guy.
be that guy.
Fuck.
It's
Mm-mm.
it's like one of those things. Here's the Chelsea limited special order, or you could buy it at the fan
You could probably buy it
fan shop.
At the
the,
Superstore.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it'll
How
be.
they always get you.
Okay,
How do you
so
think I
I'm-
picked up this sweet
what?
hat? Couldn't be getting
All right.
overcharged.
so we're gonna start with you, Brian. What are you expecting to get out of the
Yes.
Jericho cruise?
So I sent this to you guys. I posted this. I'm super excited that I found from when you actually used to get tickets to events. I was able to find my Monday Night Raw ticket from like May or March of 2000, where Jericho won the title from Triple H on a fast count. And I remember jumping out of my seat. It was so cool. But of course, it was a fast count. Earl Hebner got a little bit upset with Triple H. And so it was reversed later that night. But I found the ticket, and thanks to you, Jay, I'm going to be able to meet Mr. Jericho. So I hope he thinks that'll be cool, because that's almost 25 years old. So I'm
that's
super
very-
excited about that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
very cool.
I'm super
And-
excited about it. The other one, real quick, I got one more. Kev and Jay, weigh in on this a little bit, because you'll be with me. I've been starting to have thoughts about, do I want to go to the gym in the morning to like work out next to the wrestlers?
Well, you
Like,
can.
how fun would that be to be like, yeah,
You can do that,
right.
but don't be the guys on the message board for the cruise. They're like, I'm bringing 2 decks of Magic the Gathering cards, and I'll see if Will Ospreay will play Magic with me. Like, whatever, do what you want to do, but that's always an option. And is that in your plans? Is that what you're gonna do?
I'm just starting to go back and forth on that. Like, at first I'm like, absolutely not. You guys know I haven't had a drop of alcohol since New Year's Eve. I am ready to get drunk, and the gym is not where I want to be.
Right.
But I think that'd be kind of fun to be like, sup, Lashley, throw me that 20-pound dumbbell. Something like that would be never something that could happen.
Yeah, but you can't
So
film it.
to have a
Yeah,
moment
Yeah, but you
like
can't
that,
film it, and if no one's there to see it, did it really?
No, of
Didn't
course
really
not. It
happen.
would just be the fun. Maybe,
And
maybe
most
we
people
take a
don't want
selfie
to talk
walking
to
out.
other
I don't
people
know.
during their workouts.
Yeah, and don't ask for selfies
No,
on
don't talk.
No,
Don't
of
talk to
course
them.
not.
situations. They
It
are
would be,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
It would be
I think the only
the-
thing that's
the
like
fun
gym etiquette
experience
would
of it
be
all.
a
We'll
head
see.
nod.
Kev, you're back for
Right,
year 2.
right.
Any expectations, plans?
Yeah, I'm really excited to play Magic the Gathering. I got
Will Ospreay.
yeah. No,
Could you teach me how to play this game?
My opinion on that, let nerds be nerds. People want to play a game, let them play a game. I'm going to drink beer. I'm going to hang out with friends. Maybe people want to play Magic. To all their own. Some things I'm really pumped for. I'm really excited to see Downstate. play live, right?
Yeah.
I live in the city that they live in. The bassist, right? Sean was my wife's lawyer. Fun fact, Matt.
True story.
True story. No, just I think you don't necessarily experience a Jericho cruise until you go and experience it. And I think year to year, like, oh, I'm going to do this. And I guarantee year 2, it's going to be like, wow, that was totally different from year 1. So I'm excited to expect the unexpected, right? I guarantee probably going to notice 50% of the same exact people, right? Walking by, but it's just going to be fun knowing that we're all just having fun in different parts of the world, just enjoying wrestling. And I've been drinking a lot this month, unlike Brian.
I gotta catch
You've been-
up.
I don't
Yeah,
even know the last time I've had a drink.
So Kevin's been training
Are
like
you
Rocky
are
and
you
Rocky
okay?
4.
I really do not know the last time I've had a drink. Usually,
And that'll change on the cruise though.
yeah. But normally
all right.
that is what happens after the cruise. I detox for like 6 months because all you do is drink for 4 days.
Oh yeah.
For me, this is my 5th and final Jericho cruise. It's funny, those people on the cruise Facebook page. Yeah, we're cruise family, blah, blah, blah. I've made one friend in 5 years on that boat. And I met him 5 minutes into the first one. And that's it. I don't give a shit about any of these motherfuckers on the boat. I'm not trying to be friends with them outside of the boat. If we're sitting there and they need a beer, I'll get them a beer. Hey, if they want to sing a song, cool, yeah, we'll cheer with them. No. I don't give a shit, and I'm not trying to be friends with people I don't know. That's not how I work. But the cruise itself, we've learned over the years about the dining. There is a lot of free dining, of course, that's included, but there are pay restaurants. And there's an Italian restaurant that's bad. The steakhouse is fucking amazing. Hibachi, Kev, we went last year. Hibachi's always a good time. I think they got smart, and the pricing was pretty high in recent years. This year, all of the dining options are 50% off already. So that's pretty great that they're doing that. Some of us are doing hibachi the first night. And then I don't know if we'll be interested in doing any of the other stuff, paid stuff, but I've had a really shitty couple weeks at work and I just need to get the fuck away from everything that is real life. So this cruise is cool. There's so much to do. And Kev can attest, he stayed up till 5 a.m. playing poker with the guns last year.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to fucking happen.
I don't know who I'm going to this year, but I know each year or each night what karaoke is in the big spot and it only goes till midnight. So I'm figuring.
Well, no, you didn't know that they're doing DJ after parties.
Yeah, it's after
3 a.m. every night.
Yeah, at the smaller place.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Jay mentioned he's made one friend. I think I made 100 friends last year on the cruise.
Well, that's you. That's
exactly.
how you are.
Well, no, exactly. That's the difference to just the different personalities. But you kind of, and you say you only made one friend. You're very.
I literally have only made one friend, Kevin.
I know, but you are friendly. That's the thing.
Well, I was trying to be friendly to Bully Ray, and that all went to fucking shit last year.
But Brad loved that drink.
Matt, do you know that story?
The Bully Ray one?
Yeah.
There won't be any Jack and Cokes where he's sitting. From what I understand.
He's not on it this year, so I don't have to worry about that.
He's at WrestleCon, Matt. So whatever you do, don't send him anything.
Don't send him a Jack and Coke at WrestleCon.
Logistics question on the Jericho cruise.
Yeah.
Booze is included or you're paying per drink?
There's drink packages, different levels of drink packages. The first year I got caps and corks, which was wine and beer, but it didn't include anything else. So now my wife and I get the unlimited. So that includes sodas and Red Bulls and this, that, and the other. So there's just different levels. And if you're not a drinker, they have a non drink package. It's like sodas, water, stuff like that. So it's, and the way these cruise ships work, and they're getting hip to it. Everyone in the room has to have the same drink package.
Right.
So that, like, say me and Brian are rooming together. Brian doesn't have the drink package, but I do. The cruise knows I'm just going to get him drinks all he wants. Now, that shit still happens. The one friend that I made, he doesn't really drink except on the cruise, so he doesn't get a drink package. But he knows, hey, Jason, can I get this? Last year, John, and Kevin became friends. It was like, hey, can you get me a drink? Like, and that shit happens all the time, but they're really trying to crack down on that. They lowered the drink package price this year too.
Massively. Because last year, the drink package for 2 people was just about $700, right? So like $350 a person for 4 days. You figure I probably average 20 drinks a day.
Yeah.
And I'm not even exaggerating.
That's all you do.
Why?
That's all you do, Kev.
Why? You start off with a couple mimosas.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Sitting by the pool, like, you figure one drink every 20 minutes for a good 3-4 hours. They add up, man. Then they lowered it this year. This year, where the gratuities are auto calculated in for 2 people, it was like $440.
Yeah,
so like
they lowered it
about $2.25 for per person for 4 days. $55 a day. They lowered it, I think, to deter from people saying, "Oh, I'm sharing with 2 to 3, 4 other people in a room. We're not going to get it." Where now it's like, maybe we get it, right?
Well, it's like the discounted meals at the restaurant. They're 50% off the jump. So a $60 meal is now $30. So yeah, but the cruise is going to be a great time.
Jay says it's his last one, but then, one of those nights we're going to have a beer and it's going to go in my brain. Maybe 2026 could happen.
Well, this is all Joe's fault that we're going and he's not now. So like,
but
we were done last year. I was done.
That's not anyone's fault. We know that. I gotta defend.
I'm kidding, of course.
I know that.
You were the one that put the idea in our head.
I completely agree, and it was like I have the guilt trip over that one, but
we were going anyway.
An accident happened, and it happened after we got the tickets. So yeah, it changed everything.
So now it's time to rumble.
This is my last one.
And go to the rumble instead.
At least for now. My wife's been a trooper. This will be her 4th. Matt, my wife, has gone on 4 of these cruises. Now, she has a blast every time. But she's like, I want to go on a vacation that doesn't have fucking rock music and wrestling. Can we do that next year?
I guarantee wherever you go in the world, if it's Egypt, Bombay, Australia, Thailand, you will somehow fish out a local wrestling show.
Paris and Australia are
we're going to Paris. Oh, by the way, Backlash is here. Let's go.
Oh, we're going to Australia. Honey, can we go to Adelaide? Can we go to the home birthplace of Rhea Ripley? Can we see her childhood home?
Yeah, so this weekend is going to be, it's going to be awesome for all involved. And once we get back, there will be footage on socials, vlogs from us all, and it'll be a good time. And, Matt, I have no doubt, the crew that you're going with, all like hardcore fans like us, or casuals, where's their fandom at?
So we got like me hardcore, my buddy Rich super hardcore as well, and then my buddy Steve and Tommy, wrestling fans, but also like down to we're gonna do a fun thing.
Okay.
So like watch Raw, watch SmackDown, not grinding the tape on biography, Dark Side of the Ring necessarily.
They're not okay.
But like casuals.
Okay. Yeah. A little mixture. I bet you the Rumble will change their tune. I really believe that.
Matt, have you been to a Rumble live?
Have I? No, this is my first one.
Oh, it's the best live event to go to.
Yeah.
It's the best one. Like, I've been to WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Rumble. I will go to Royal Rumble above anyone else anytime.
That makes me excited.
It's better than Mania. It's that good.
And
countdown.
Matt, the one Rumble I went to, I was behind the entrance and I still had a blast.
Yeah, I'm
because they
pretty
put tickets up
stoked.
for $30 the morning of, and I'm like, oh fuck it, I'm gonna go.
I've only been to one Rumble, and it was the one Randy won, where RVD showed up, Hacksaw showed up, Santino wasn't ready. That
Wasn't
was
ready.
I wasn't ready, but that was so much fun. So I'm really looking
YouTube
forward
is
to it.
running a marathon of Royal Rumbles. That one was just on. I just watched that one.
That was
Ooh.
a fun one. Like to have Legacy versus Triple H in the Final Four.
Yes.
Is that
Yeah,
where the
the
lady
Rumble's
was
the
holding
best.
Jeff Hardy baby or something?
Yes, it was
That-
one
Uh,
lady, the Hot
that-
Topic girl who was sitting in
Yeah.
front of us with the Jeff Hardy stuffed bear. And which one of you two are being jerks and like we're ridiculing Kevin?
Who do
was-
you think it was?
It was
Yeah, it
Kevin.
wasn't
Yeah.
me.
Kevin
Come on.
heckling this poor girl who's in tears when Jeff Hardy lost the
Matt
championship
Hardy
to
turned
Edge
on him.
because Matt turned on him, and Kevin's just ripping her a new one. It's like, oh, go cry, baby. Go back to Hot Topic and get some more eyeliner
Wow. Kev's Mr. Nice Guy, but apparently not.
on a boat.
my
It's a
dark
But
dark
on
side.
land,
Oh.
he's a jerk.
Yeah.
Not back.
I
to
couldn't
that.
remember if it was that or
Yeah,
if that was Night
not
of
at all.
Champions.
No, I don't. Night of
Yeah,
Champions.
I think it was that Rumble.
it was that Rumble.
You know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to start counting down from
Yeah.
10 to go to the next segment on this, or this is gonna be 4.5
Yes,
hours
yeah,
long.
let's
I know,
move
I
on.
know.
So Brian, you've got some game. You got a Royal
Yeah.
Rumble rapid fire game, right?
All right.
Well, let me ask you guys: should how I'm sounding, or should we just skip it and go to the preview and predictions? What do you
Yeah,
say?
let's just skip it and go to the preview and predictions.
All right.
He's froze. So yeah, we're gonna skip it and then
Let's
just
get
go-
down to business.
Yeah. I haven't packed anything
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Probably should start. Okay. All right. Last year, where every WWE PLE, where we do our preview and our predictions, Kevin is the master of Excel and keeps track of all of our picks for every PLE. And of course, we have a guest picker at every PLE, which that'll be this week's guest picker, Matt, of course. And at the end of the year, we find out who had the most picks right. We're going to have something a little different this year to just make it a little more interesting than just the card itself. And we'll get to it when we get to it. But we'll go around the horn, just kind of like College Game Day, and we'll do our picks for the 4 matches on the Royal Rumble card. Kevin, I'll start with you since you are the reigning, defending, undisputed picks champion. Thank you.
Hey, say it again. He ruined it. Go on.
I can't believe it. That's all good.
Come on.
Let's start with the tag champs on SmackDown, DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns. 2 out of 3 falls. I think this is going to be a fantastic match. Who do you got winning?
I do. I think and we I don't know if any of us predicted that belts being up for the 4th match when we kind of did the roundtable last week. I like it. And the 2 out of 3 makes it an extended length of time as well. I think it's going to be a fantastic match. There are going to be a lot of flips, a lot of cool stuff in it. I just think DIY is going to retain.
All right, the champs retain.
Yes.
Joe, over to you.
Since I finished second last year, I guess I get to go second. DIY. I don't have
think
long
that's
drawn
fair.
out. I'm just going to flat out say who's going to win. DIY.
He's all business, friends. Jay, how about you?
I think that the Rat-a-tat terrible tag team merchandise is needs to go away. So I do think the Machine Guns regain the titles and they get new merch to
Ooh.
get rid of that bullshit that they came out with.
The other day I pulled up WWE Shop and that shirt came up and they put underneath it hot seller. And I called bullshit on that. I went, what? It must be a typo. Matt, what do you think, buddy? What do you got for DIY and guns?
Yeah, stoked for this match. Should be awesome. Feel like 2 out of 3 falls probably favors the heels, so I'll say Gargano and Ciampa retain. 2 falls to 1, maybe a little bit of funny business.
Yeah, I'm sticking with DIY too, although there's been something brewing, of course, with them and Pretty Deadly. Does Pretty Deadly get involved and somehow end up helping the Guns by mistake? So I
Yes,
wouldn't rule that out.
boy.
There you go. But I wouldn't rule it out. I'm going DIY. So we got 4 out of 5 for DIY for that one. Kev, how about the Women's Royal Rumble?
Yeah, I feel like both rumbles are very up in the air. And that's more than, and I feel like we might have said that last year too, but this year there's just a lot of heavy hitters. I think that was Charlotte Flair in that montage video. I want to say emphasis on I think because the Dean Malenko is the man of 1,000 holds. She's the woman of 1,000 plastic surgeries.
Oh my God!
Someone needs to
Outrageous.
tell her to stop. I just think if it was a surprise, I feel like maybe not have her win. But with the little promo video of her coming back, I'm gonna have to say Charlotte Flair with the victory.
Joe, good luck following that one.
With a tear in Kevin's eye, he's wrong. It's gonna be I don't know because it's so loaded. So I'm just gonna go with Bianca.
Even referenced that in her video.
I know because she's not original. She just steals all of her dad's stuff. So Rumble time, she has to. Never mind. I'm gonna go with Bianca.
Calm, collected.
I'm
calm.
calm.
It down.
I'm going. I'm gonna have a wonderful weekend.
Exactly.
Joe,
Jay,
are you
who wins the
confusing Charlotte Flair and Nia somehow?
Oh God.
What, in a threesome of his dreams?
I'm just not sure where this hate is coming from.
He's a long-time Charlotte hater.
Because
Long
she's
time.
not original. She just steals all her dad's stuff. Anyways, I'm calm. I'm having a wonderful weekend.
Right.
It's amazing.
Jay, who's winning the Women's Royal Rumble?
So I'm looking at the list of the women that have declared so far, and I'm trying to figure out if I want to pick one of these or the field.
I don't think you can pick the field.
I think I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan.
Oh, I love it.
That's a good one.
That is nice.
I love it. She's been runner-up multiple times.
The last two, apparently.
Yeah, the last two.
All right, Matt, who's taking it?
I really want to see Rhea versus Bianca. So Bianca was gonna be my pick for Mania, but I kind of feel there's like a lot of contestants. So let's get somebody else in there. Joe picked Bianca. Give me a returning Becky Lynch. She's famous for being in the main event at WrestleMania. So let's take a returning surprise Becky to challenge somebody at Mania. I'm not sure who she'll want to go against.
And Joe's mad at you because you picked the man.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh wait.
There it is.
Yeah.
I like where your head's at. But I think for some reason, I keep going. I'm talking myself out of this as I'm about to say what I'm picking. I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense because where does Jade Cargill play in all this? Does she come back and take out Bianca? Is there maybe something going on with Naomi because she took the tag title from her to attack her? So maybe they cancel each other out. It's wide open, guys. But yeah, I'll go with Charlotte. It's I hate going with the super obvious one. I think Liv Morgan again is runner up. I think that's going to be her gimmick, that she's runner up all these years. This year isn't the year for her to win it. So give me Charlotte.
Cool.
Moving on to the Men's Royal Rumble. Kev, I mean, my gosh, this seems so wide open to me.
Yeah, because you can pick Cena, the emotional, right? But then if he makes it, he's not going to be in the elimination chamber. And I kind of want him see him being this close in a lot of things. I just don't want to see him instantly winning and then, oh, I'm going to WrestleMania. So no Cena. We didn't even talk about that Seth Gunther back and forth on the mic on Monday when Logan Paul came out. How loud? Do you guys think that was piped in as well? Because that crowd was
No,
hot
I think that's real.
with
It's in,
those boos.
it's in
It's in
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Oh, so good, so good. The field is even bigger in the men's than it is in the women for possibilities, but I want to go with who I think has just been on best on the mic lately. I wanted to finish his dream. I want CM Punk to win.
All right. Certainly a top choice, I would have to say. Joe?
This has shades of 98 Rumble vibes where it's just like it's the story, it's the stacked field, but the only one that really makes sense was Austin. This one, CM Punk. This will be Heyman's favor. He's going to find a way to help him win.
Ooh, all right. The
Or
favor's
not,
out
but
there.
either way I'm picking CM Punk.
Yeah, that favor's floating out there. Will come into play at the Rumble. Okay, your pick.
Last night, we're recording on Tuesday. So last night was Raw, and I was really thinking maybe it was gonna be CM Punk, but no. It is gonna be Jey Uso.
Whoa, I love it. I love it. Very cool. Good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Matt.
Love both of those. I feel like they're really playing into the Punk never main eventing WrestleMania. So I feel like he's gonna main event Mania, but it's not gonna be because he wins the Rumble. Uh Give me Cena. Cena versus Cody at Mania. Cody being a little heelish lately. So yeah, give me the GOAT.
I love it. I love it. All right. I'm going with the guy that you guys haven't mentioned. It's his first time in the Rumble in a number of years. Give me Roman Reigns. The tribal chief is going back for a title opportunity at WrestleMania. Maybe it's against Cody. I don't think it'll be Gunther, so maybe somebody takes it from Gunther
My
first.
students are picking Roman Reigns too.
Okay. Well, if they're learning from you, they must be smart enough. I would hope. We'll find out. We'll find out after Saturday night. All right, and that brings us to Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens. It's a ladder match. Both the championship, the Winged Eagle, and the Undisputed title are up on the hook. They put them up on Saturday night's main event, and they're just going to travel around from San Antonio over to Indianapolis on the hook. It's pretty cool. Kev, who's winning here, buddy?
Cody. And I'll shut up.
All right. Joe?
Cody. Oh, that's it.
Jay?
Kevin Owens.
Love it. Matt?
Yeah, give me Cody. I thought there was some chances in the past month or two to take the strap and put it on Kevin Owens, but I don't feel like this is the time. I don't think we're doing it. Give me Cody.
Yeah, it's a sweep for Cody. I do love the whole
It's not a
Sami
sweep.
Zayn. You'll help me out, bro. Oh, no,
Jason
you're right.
picked
It's
Kevin.
4 out of 5 for Cody. Yep, my fault.
Yeah.
My fault. There's always got to be one. But yeah, I got Cody. I love the whole Kevin trying to be like, Sammy, you're my buddy. And he gave the haluva kick to Cody on Monday, and Kevin gives him a little like pat on the back, like, yeah, that's a very cool angle. I really would be thrilled if something were to come into play and Kevin took it. But like you said, Matt, I think maybe that first Saturday night's main event was the chance. We're at the Rumble. We're basically at Mania time. So Cody's going to be walking out as champ, I'm afraid. All right. So that brings us to our bonus point questions. And so what we're going to do, every PLE, we're going to have a couple bonus point questions. And how we're doing this, the 2 questions that we're going to have for each of us is Each person is going to name the number 1 or number 2 entrant in both the men's and the women's Rumble. Not the winner and runner-up. We're talking about coming into the ring at number 1 or coming at number 2 because they start off the match. And Kevin gets to go first because he is the champ. And we will go in order from the standings. It'll be Kevin, Joe, Matt, myself, and Jason. And whoever Kevin picks, we can't pick. And if your guy or your girl is number 1 or 2 in the Rumble, you get an extra point. Got it?
Got it.
All right. Thundercats ho. Kevin, give me your men and women pick for either number 1 or number 2.
I think just mainly because of his entrance, I want him to see an amazing entrance. I'm gonna go Jey Uso for the men's. It's all about that entrance.
One or two.
Both.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you just gotta name one, and it can be number 1 or 2. Doesn't matter.
Like whoever kicks off the match. Yeah.
Yeah. And your women's choice?
Women's choice. I will go. Oh, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. I'll go. I'll go Bailey. From winning last
year's
year.
winner.
And she's been on a lot of TV shows lately, mentioning, I want to work my way up, get back up. So, what better way than to have the hardest potential way of winning, starting off that match? So I'll go Jey Uso and Bailey.
All right, great picks to start us off. All right, Joe, Jey Uso and Bailey are off the board. Your picks.
Kevin took my 2. You're a jerk.
You're going Jimmy Uso.
I am.
And Bailey, buddy.
No, I'm going Jimmy Uso. And number 1 or 2 for the women, his lovely bride, Naomi.
Okay, it's a family affair.
You're going to want to start the match with the glow.
Yeah, that's a good way to start. I get it. That's a crowd pumper. All right, I love it. Jimmy Uso, Naomi join Jey Uso and Bailey off the board. Matt, over to you.
All right, so I think Kevin is spot on with Jey Uso. They're not wasting a Jey Uso stadium entrance. So the question is, who makes the Jey Uso pairing the most interesting? They did Jimmy last year, the year before. I don't think it'll be that. There's 2 people on between. I'm going to go with Sami Zayn because I think Sami Zayn versus Jey Uso makes like a fun, interesting start. And then for the women, it's always somebody like super workhorsey. Give me like Natalya.
Okay.
Get out there,
Yep.
hang in the match for a while. Natty probably doesn't have a ton of rumbles left. She's not gonna win, so give her a little shine.
Suddenly, Kevin's not upset that he's missing the Royal Rumble on the cruise. He's not a Italian guy.
The final 2 will be Natalya versus Charlotte.
You put a dream final. All right, for me, I'm going for the men. You talk about like the workhorse position. Give me Chad Gable. I can absolutely see Chad Gable be 1 or 2 and be a guy who's going to be in there until like the last 6 or 7 people. And then how about for the women? Let's get a return. Haven't heard too much from her. I know she's been out, I don't know, maybe like just after WrestleMania. But how about we get a return in Asuka? That would get a nice crowd pop, somebody who can definitely work, and having a surprise return because we haven't heard from her in quite a bit. That's who I got for my starting off 1 or 2 for the Women's Royal Rumble. All right, Jay. Hopefully you've been keeping track. You're up last year with your men and women 1 or 2 pick.
I've been back and forth on this one, so I'm going to go with Damian Priest.
Ooh, that's nice too.
And Lyra Valkyria.
New on SmackDown.
That's
workhorse. Love it. All right. So those are bonus points. They are locked in. And that's going to do it for this week. Guys, any final words? Hey, I'll say this. Matt, thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
appreciate you, man. This is great.
Thank you.
I hope you and your boys have a safe travel and a great time at the Rumble. Joe, I hope you and your lovely bride have the same. I hope she can see the Rumble. That's a big part. Like you said, maybe boost on the shoulders. That might be necessary if it comes down to it. But thank you guys so much. Jay, Kev, I'll see you when I see you. It depends on when I post this.
There you go. Hey,
Right.
Matt, do not drink the Hulk Hogan Real American beer if it's an offer for you this weekend. Don't
Even
do
if
it.
Even
Just
if it's
say
free.
no. Just say no.
I did promise my boys that I would be bringing the Real American beer to Indy so they
Why
could.
do you hate your friends?
Do you hate your friends?
Yeah, for sure.
You
Okay.
do? Okay. Because some jerk brought it to SummerSlam and almost ruined the whole trip.
I had one
Jerk,
of Brian's.
yeah.
It was bad, but it
He
was
did, yeah, he did.
Oh, it's gross, Matt.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
It didn't
buy
work
it.
for me, brother. Yeah.
Did not.
That's
Okay.
why they were booing him.
I know.
Or because he's an incredibly terrible person.
That too.
Yeah, there is that. Oh,
That doesn't work for him. It was a beer.
That's right.
So Brian, one more thing
At
before
that
you roll it down.
Right.
Before you roll it down, one more
Yeah.
question.
A 5-hour podcast.
Are you ready to get drunk?
Oh, I'm so ready. So ready. I felt so bad because Matt's over here and my other buddy Jay are over here for Saturday night's main event. And I'm chilling there with my non-alcoholic beer. Like, this is fun, guys. Do. I did have fun, but boy, did I want to drink. And that's about to change here real soon. Cannot wait. As Bart Scott said, can't wait. That's me.
Oh my.
All right. On that note, at That WrestlePod, youtube.com/That Wrestling Podcast, and whatamaneuver.net for your social media needs. Enjoy the Royal Rumble. Enjoy the Jericho Cruise if you're the three of us too. Talk to you sometime next week with all kinds of great stories. From all of us, enjoy wrestling. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for listening. Follow That WrestlePod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
1, 2, 3, that's it!